Hello, welcome to my channel. I just tucked myself in close to this tree, dressed up in camo, hoping to see some red deer. So, see how that goes. It is the beginning of September, and usually the rut is in full swing, but this year we have had a heat wave for several weeks now, and I think the rut is being a little bit delayed. But anyway, in this area there are at least 2, maybe 3 stags with their harem, so hopefully they will come out on the fields here. It's been some fallow deer roaming around here, but that is not my subject for today. But we just have to wait and see, right? So that is what happens when a fallow deer walks straight up to you and suddenly realizes that something is wrong. The wind isn't blowing towards them, but it was something new in the area, so she was kind of wary, and well, you saw the reaction, or you can see the reaction there. She didn't spook the others, just ran back to the others, and they're walking around and eating as before. Hopefully they won't come back here and spook the red deer. So I heard some noise behind me, and the thoughts went through my mind that it could be a wild boar or a red deer, because it was very close, but it sounded like it was up in the tree, and it didn't sound as any bird I've heard before, so just took a while, and then I recognized a squirrel, a red squirrel, jumping. He had spotted me and taking the long route around me up in the trees, jumping from branch to branch before he snuck away. He scared me a little bit there. So I heard another noise, and it was a fallow deer calves that was calling for their mother, and they were just 20 meters or so behind me. I tried to be as quiet as possible. Didn't want to spook them, but luckily they walked around me on the field here, and it's important not to spook them, especially when they got small ones. But now it's getting really dark and it's hard to get any pictures, and unfortunately no red deer has come out on the fields. I have heard 2 faint bellowings from inside the forest here, but there's no one out. So I think I have to get back here in the morning and see what happens, and I will drive around a little bit as well, see if I can see anything. So see you then. managed to find some red deer close to the road here, and they are a bit wary about the car stopping. They are used to the cars driving by, and when you're stopped they get really curious and thinking, should I run or should I stay? But yeah, I managed to get some nice video and photos anyway, so they didn't run away. The red deer usually comes out in the fields from late evening to early morning, so I didn't expect to find any more of them this morning. As the day passed, heavy clouds were covering the sky, and in the afternoon it started to rain, so I decided instead of stalking them, I would drive around in my car. I noticed that there were two stags sizing each other up, and I quickly put out my camera onto a beanbag in my driver's side window. The roaring sound is to scare off any competitors and attract female deer's hinds. Unfortunately, the rain and the distance made the recorded sound a bit distorted, but in real life it was very powerful. Rustling his antlers is a way for the stag to show others how big he is. When it is done in the forest, you can hear this by the sound if the antlers are small or big, as it clashes against branches. Filling his antlers with grass and brush makes it even look more impressive. This time there were no fight, since the smaller stag decided to walk away. The bigger stag then kept patrolling the field and trying to find any hinds that were ready to mate with him. In the background I could hear other stags roaring, and that triggered this stag to respond. The rain didn't seem to bother the deers, but the stags usually don't eat while in rut, so the rain and the constant strain of being on the lookout will wear him down with time. Scent is a crucial part of the rut, so the stag constantly sniffs around to detect if and when the hind is ready to mate. Likewise, the stag uses his own urine to spread his aroma and attract hinds. This is often done by the stag peeing on the ground and then laying down in that puddle. So when he is up and about, he will have that strong rut perfume on him. So it has been a couple of nice days here in the southern part of Sweden, taking videos and taking photos of red deer, and it's always nice when you see them because they are nocturnal and well, you have a small window of opportunity to see the stags and the other deers. And I also got some nice shots of wild boar and red kite and lots more things. So I'm quite happy. But now I'm getting a little bit tired. All this staying up all night thing is yeah, wears me down a bit. So now I'm heading back to my car, get some sleep before I go home. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, write a comment, feel free to share, and I see you in the next one. Bye.